Shalom, Ola. Uh, um, this is Brother Wasil Bey coming at you with another informational, educational child support lecture. And just here to make brothers aware of what's going on around your surroundings, that child support is voluntary. If anybody tell you you can't get out of child support or unvolunteer or not be a customer, watch out for them because they mean you no good and they just hooked up to the matrix and they're lying and they leeches and they fucking parasites. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get to this lecture. See, I got the Arkansas Circuit Court Judges Bench Book. This is from a boy coming out of Tennessee. Not my boy, forgive me. God, you know what I'm saying? A God that's aware, And I'm gonna break this son bitch down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break this book all the way down. You can go Google it and find it yourselves, and then I'm gonna break some shit down for my brothers in Florida about Social Security. You see, under Florida law, any person who receives Social Security only is not required to pay child support. You hear that? You must file an answer immediately. If you do not file an answer, the court will not know that you receive SSI only. You see that? Let me zoom in. You see that? Y'all brothers need to read. We need to read a book, because ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignoring the law. I'm not calling y'all ignorant or dumb, but our people perish because of lack of knowledge and they don't want to read. Let me start with my presentation. It's plain and simple. Child support. Jurisdiction means control, people. And I can show you. When you go up in there, you volunteering for your control. You know what I'm saying? Your body to be controlled. What does jurisdiction mean?
Jurisdiction, the official power to make legal decisions and judgments.
See, control? Huh? Control, power, sway, rule, sovereignty, leadership, dominance, dominion. Okay, the circuit courts shall have exclusive jurisdiction in all civil cases. So child support is civil, people. It's not criminal. Do it say criminal in Arkansas? Do it say criminal? Huh? Do it say criminal? They lying. I'm gonna show y'all what I got at the I got this at Fry's Electronics, and you can go get that. And look at that. Look what affidavit is. A voluntary written declaration of facts sworn under oath by the declarant. See how they changed the shit? Legal, you change shit up. It ain't the law. The law been here since the beginning of time. See that? At bar. A case or matter in front of the court. They talking about them two gates you go in front of. You know what I'm saying? Case. Generally known as a civil or criminal case, proceeding, or suit. I'm going to show y'all some more stuff. Let me get back to this lecture. Yeah, I'm doing this for my gods, you know what I'm saying? And an action to establish paternity or to establish and enforce a child support obligation, people, in regard to a child who is subject. Do y'all know what subject mean? Seize the subjects. That's what they calling y'all. a person is deemed to have consented and submitted to the jurisdiction of the courts of the state if any of the following circumstances exist. Number one, person engaged in sexual intercourse. That sounds like prostitution to me. Huh? J.J. Redick makes females write a contract. Look, you ain't finna get nothing. Put it in writing. Fellas, do everything in writing. The person resides. That's a jurisdiction word. Resides. Resident. You know, they hide that shit. You know. If you don't rebut it, you consent it and submit it to the control of the people that run the courts. Because a court cannot control no one. The people in the courts can control you. Mailbox rule, which is default rule under contract for determining the time at which an offer is accepted, states that an offer is considered accepted at the time that the acceptance is mailed. So, if you fellas get something in the mail, you open it, throw it away, that means you accepted it. Right? Here's why. Mailbox rule. Common law rule of contracts governing formation of contracts by mail, pinpointing the time of acceptance of an offer upon the date of its mailing rather than that of its receipt. Oh, y'all don't come on here to bullshit, y'all. Service of process upon any person who is deemed by this section to have consented or submitted to the jurisdiction. So if you get that mail, any kind of mail, I don't care what it is, not just child support, any kind of mail, you keep it, you don't RTS it, you accepted the offer. So don't get mad at these women because we know they sick. We already, you hearing it, black women is black women. I'm tired of hearing that shit. Fuck that. We got to take a responsibility. You got to be responsible, brothers and sisters. Going out to you too. Transfer of cases between local jurisdictions. And this is for Arkansas. If more than 6 months subsequent to the final adjudication, however, cash of the parties to the action has established. Each. I don't know why I said cash, forgive me. Residence. Lawyer term. Jurisdiction. Control over your body in a county, which is a corporation. Another judicial district, within the state. You know what I'm saying? Local. Look you know why I did local? Do you know local mean? If I live in Louisiana and I come to Houston, I'm not a local of Houston. I'm visiting. But if I'm in Louisiana and say in Bossier and people from Houston come over, I'm the local of Bossier. You know what I'm saying? Let me break that down. What does local mean?
Goals belonging or relating to a particular area or neighborhood, typically exclusively so.
Look at the last one. See, they have all these words, man. It's word game time. They word wizards. Both of the parties may petition. You may beg the court to enter the final adjudication to request. Petition is a request. that the case be transferred to another county. So they can deny your request at any time. The case shall not be transferred. There go that word shall. Absent a showing that the best interest banking word. Interest means who's gonna get the most money out the mother or dad. You know what I'm saying? AKA offspring. That's the real word. Creator of the parties justifies the transfer. If a justification for transfer of the case has been made, there shall be initial presumption. Did you rebut the presumption? Really, it's an assumption. Let me show you. What does presumption mean?
Presumption. An act or instance of taking something to be true or adopting a particular attitude towards something, especially at the start of a chain of argument or action.
You see assumption at the bottom? At the request of the person seeking to transfer the case to another judicial district upon proper motion and affidavit. Did it say what kind of affidavit? But when you file that motion, they can deny your motion at any time because it's their shit. You're speaking that legal shit. You know what I'm saying? But you can do a affidavit and then say what kind. They got a whole bunch of them. But you better be true when you make one. Stay in honor. A notice, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? And payment of a refiling fee. The court shall. The court ain't no man of a woman. They scare you with that word court. You get a, ooh, the court, ooh. Fuck that. I want to know who doing this shit. You know, be like a 3-year-old. When some another offspring come and take your offspring's toy and say, Daddy, such and such took my toy. Go to the man or woman. You got, that's what we got to be like. An affidavit shall accompany the motion. Look at that. Notification pursuant to this section must inform each recipient that any objection must be filed within 20 days from the date of receipt of the affidavit and motion for transfers. Now look at that. The circuit court clerk receiving transfer case shall within 14 days of receipt set up a case file. Did it say your case file? No, a case file, which is their case file. Docket the case, because who has the dockets? You don't have a docket. It's their shit. You're in their backyard when you go in there, so they have jurisdiction over your body. Whatever they can do, whatever the fuck they want to you. So don't get mad. Learn how to play the game. Just like you go play football. Learn how to follow the rules of that game. That's why they have referees, and that's what these so-called judges are, referees. Look for what they don't tell you. Child Support Enforcement Unit do not have standing to challenge any motherfucking thing because they're an agency. You see that? I'm giving y'all all these remedies. Attorney employed by the OCS, Office of Child Support Enforcement, represents the interests of the office and does not represent the assigner. Right? Ain't that a lie? Don't they represent the offspring mom? Because they work on her because she don't know. All she sees is dollar signs. And that's not, and you know, that's not no excuse. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Evidence that child support is voluntary. Let me break this down to y'all. This is the evidence. Parties to a case, not your case, but a case, whoever brings a case against you because it's not yours. Whoever brings the case is their case against you. Must provide. Must. Did it say will provide? You have to provide. But you do provide it. Rebut whatever presumption they have. Provide the clerk of the appropriate circuit court with the following information: names, residential and mailing address, social security numbers. People, you don't have to furnish these people with your personal information. But file something. File an answer or something. Let them know. Put them on notice. This information shall be filed on a form provided by the AOC, maintained separately by the clerk from the file of the case. And it's conflict of interest, people. This is conflict of interest. The information is considered confidential. Is open to inspection only by the Office of Child Support Enforcement, attorneys in the case, and pro se, which means prosecutor, parties. It's voluntary. This is voluntary. You must provide. That's voluntary. Who told you to provide it? Huh? Definition of income, not earnings. Look at that shit. Incoming! So you got in, so you had to come. Right? Withholding for Social Security FICA. Does it say Social Security benefits? Hell no. People, learn how to break this shit down and read between the lines. It's in black and white. Where does it say earnings up here? Huh? And it's administrative order. Do it say judicial order? Huh? Just because some say a court order, it has to say judicial order. It has to. And this is not legal advice. This is some good ass information. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I'm moving my camera so much. Cases reflect that the definition of income is intentionally broad. Designed to encompass the widest range of sources consistent with the state's policy. Does it say law? State law? No. Policy. Inheritance is not income under the child support advice. Interest or income derived from an inheritance is income. See that? That's hypocrite shit. No. Federal SSI benefits are not income under the child support advice lines. Income for non-salary payers. What's a payer, y'all? Y'all gonna let them call y'all non-custodial, legal father, deadbeat. Fuck all these names. Fuck all this so-called name calling. They're calling you nouns. Look at that. Social Security benefits shall not be considered as income. Shall not be considered. Well, we might consider that because we want to see what you got. You got dreams, we're going to take them too. I'm finna show y'all something else. What is a noun?
A word other than a pronoun used to identify any of a class of people, places, or things. Common noun, or to name a particular one of these. Proper noun.
What does name mean? No man. That would name means no man in Latin. Do you see that? So they speak Latin. I don't have a name, I have an appellation. A rearage. Look at this. That means it's a secret loan, and they talking about your rear. They want to run this money up your rear, up your ass, up your buttocks. Ward at the end of age, a so-called legal age, 18 years or older. A delinquent. Y'all need to find out what delinquent is. Nah, baby, I'm gonna do it. What is a delinquent?
Delinquent. Typically of a young person or that person's behavior, showing or characterized by a tendency to commit crime, particularly minor crime.
Calling you a punk, a lowlife, a hulu. Y'all gonna let them get away with that shit? Huh? Y'all letting these people put spells on y'all. You better rebuke that shit under a court order or an administrative process established under state law. Did it say judicial process? Huh? And it's a what? A code. Let's talk about licenses. Suspension of licenses. Where the payer is in arrears for 3 months or more, Office of Child Support Enforcement can or they cannot notify. If you rebut them, they can't do shit because that's a conflict of interest. You're a payer. Okay, if I'm a payer, that means I'm a customer, right? Who wants to treat the customer any kind of way? Huh? Look at that. Look at that shit. De novo. De facto equals de facto. That's what that means. Y'all do a definition on that. Check this shit out. Attorney licenses are not covered in these sections. Why you think they ain't covered? Conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? You think these people paying child support? No. You paying for attorney such and such son Johnny to go to West Point and Yale and all that old bullshit. They parasites. Stop volunteering. That's all I'm gonna tell you. The court can use its contempt powers. Can. They cannot if you don't rebut it. The customer. If I'm paying for something, goddammit, I'm gonna have my way. Don't that make sense? I'm trying to wake y'all up to common sense. That's it, that's all. Awareness. Expedited hearings equals they take their sweet ass time. Right? Chief Justice may direct redistribution. May appoint trial judges. Them employees, people. Them ain't real fucking judges. I mean, them are fucking attorneys and lawyers acting as judges, people. Because they are part of the bar. The sheriff must. Did it say the sheriff will make return of service or non-service within 10 days? Title 4D. Did you notice the sheriff not to come and trespass upon your fucking property? Huh? Did you rebut these motherfuckers? Huh? Motherfucker better not trespass on my property. Florida SSI recipients are volunteering to pay child support. Benefits. We can't have no more than one beneficiary. Right? Look at that, man. I'm gonna tell you, some dudes in Louisiana, they don't even have to pay child support. They done did their shit. They done wrote. Dude had like 8 kids. And baby mama mad. I just read that. That apply for if anybody is an SSI recipient. If you want to let them fuck you, then fine. Don't whine about it. Do something about it. Fuck that. Fuck that whine. It's time to start complaining. Under Florida law, any person who receives SSI only is not required to pay child support. Is not required to pay child support. Black and white. But I put it in red for you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's my lecture, baby. Look at that. Ain't that sweet? Stop volunteering. Stop volunteering, babies. Gods, goddesses. Stop it. I'm gonna show you something me and my girl we went to. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull it up. Let me open up y'all minds. Where is that? Where's that picture at? It's gonna blow your mind. Just some, and it's simple shit. We was at a Chinese restaurant. What'd that say? We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. Y'all can't do that same shit? Huh? You can do the same shit, people. Who said you can't do this? What law says you can't reserve your rights? Huh? Wake the fuck up, brothers and sisters. There was a brother that hit me up, and he said, left a comment. You know what I'm saying? Much success to you, brother. You got it. It's done. You know what I'm saying? Communicating threats. That's terroristic acts, people. Don't let nobody threaten you. Well, I'm gonna throw you in jail. Oh, are you communicating a threat, honey? Huh? That's why they putting some of these dumbass women, you know, in the courts, because they taking their liability now. Don't let nobody walk all over you. Now, it's time for some comedy. Y'all ready to hear this shit? I had to dig up some shit because this people still acting like little bitches. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with me. People who read will succeed. People who just repeat shit, say dumbass shit after somebody else, man, you need to check yourself. Real talk. Check this out.
I mean, but my baby mother, she don't get nothing. And they take money from me every week for almost 2 years now.
They take money from him. By gunpoint, or do his ass, do he volunteer to go do that shit? No. He take his shit, he volunteers. Now look at this nigga here, man. I done went to the archives. Excuse me.
I was one of the biggest victims of this because I was involved in 2 child support cases in 2 different states. I was current in the state of New Jersey, but I was in the arrears in the state of Pennsylvania. The state of Pennsylvania repeatedly locked me up for non-payment of child support when New Jersey, on the other hand, was saying, hey, he's good. Why are you doing this? The reason why this was getting done to me was because my child's mother had the power in her hand to harass me due to the courts.
She ain't got the power to do shit, motherfucker. You gave her the power. Did you do your paperwork? Huh? Nah, because you're a part of this system. You're a part of the problem. You're not a part of the solution. Here's why, people. Here's why. I'm going to show you why. Now listen to what he say now.
I'm not gay and I've never been to jail. I'm not good to Atiya LaShawn Bradley.
Did you say that? You hear that? He said he never been to jail. He never been to jail.
In front of the white man. That's what Atiya LaShawn Bradley did to me. She took me down in front of the white man because all the good black men are either gay or in jail. And because I'm not gay and I've never been to jail, I'm not.
Well, you didn't hear it from me. You heard it from him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ultra conscious people hit me up. People who need help, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? You got victories, hit me up. You know, because you can unvolunteer, people. It's voluntary. Stop being a fucking customer. What law says you have to be a customer? Stop letting these people make threats to you. Because soon if you make a threat to them, oh, that's a threat? That's a threat? Oh, you making a threat? Huh? You making a threat? Well, man, look at this. Y'all go cop these things right here. They got them. They got them. That's why I did in Fry's people, electronics store. I said, wait a minute. They got more fuel to the fire. Look at this business law. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, man. Look at that. I love to read, man. I love knowledge, man. I'm going to make another cold video. Latin.